Hello everybody, this is Petra from Petra's Happy Place. I'm so glad you made it today. I'm so glad I made it today. Today is going to be Yarn Stash episode 2. And joining me today is my buddy Lila. She wanted to be in the picture. I don't know how long she's going to last. she may not be too comfortable, but I have got a special stash today because I have a story. Okay, so I live in Kentucky, and it is so central to so many different things. And one of them is the fiber festivals in the area. Now, she can't see. I went to the Kentucky Fiber Festival, and that's located in Lexington, and it happens usually in the month, the end of May. I think it's the last weekend in May. I could be, no, it's not the last weekend. It's in May sometime. Well, some of the ladies from my crochet group and I had gone to that, and we had a ball. We had so much fun. Of course, we all got some yarn, and that's done and gone. And there was one in Indiana, and so we decided to go. Well, no, that's not completely true. One of the members decided to go, and I had decided I didn't think I wanted to go to the Indiana one. And so one of the ladies called up last minute, texted me and said, "Hey, I decided to go. Want to go?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I don't have any plans." So I went. And I'm going to tell you what, that was such a lovely experience. I must say I preferred that one over the one in Kentucky, even though it was a little further away. That's okay. It was fun to spend that extra time with a friend, right? So my yarn stash today is going to be actually my yarn haul. What I went and got. What did I get? So I had one thing specifically that I needed to get, and I did get that. And that is, let me show you here. I needed another hank of this Good Juju Bernheim Forest. Now this is, I had gotten some from the Kentucky Festival. I got one of these and then two of the green. It's so pretty. It has greens and shades of brown and some tealy blue and tealy green. And it's just so lovely. But there is a little bit of like a forest green right in there, right here. And I got two skeins of that in the same line. Now this is from Stephanie from Deep Dyed Yarns, and her line of fingering weight yarn is called Good Juju, and it has 435 yards and is 75 superwash merino and 25 nylon. Okay, so I got that. I needed another one, and now I have enough yarn some from my stash, some from her, and I'm going to make a long sleeve sweater for the fall winter months, and I'm so excited to put that into use. Okay, so that was that. That was the have to have. Okay, and everything else is just icing. Okay, there was another place I went the last time in Kentucky, and it was Indigo Guinea Fiber, and she and I have become like Stephanie and I with the yarn. Okay, I love Stephanie's deep dyed yarns, and I love Indigo Guinea Fiber. And Lindsay is her name, the proprietor. She has teamed up with another. No, leave it alone. Hold on. She teamed up with another a company called Red Hill Fiber, and they provided the fiber, and she provided the dyes, and they have 4 different color combinations. What would you call it? I'm gonna say line. It's a different line, and there's different colors in each line. And what it does is has something like a cream color or off-white and cream color, and then it has speckles. Okay, then the next one will have still the same cream base, and then have more speckles, and even some dye. Okay, then the next one will have more dyes, but all the same colorway, and then the last one will have a really saturated dyes, and then there's also 2 solids that can work well together. So there's 6 colors in each colorway, and I don't remember each line, but it's a wonderful line, and it's called Wild Sage Yarns. Wild Sage, yes, Wild Sage Yarns, and you can look that up on YouTube. I think not on YouTube. I'm sorry. You can look it up on. Where does she sell them? Look it up on the internet on Google. Just Google Wild Sage Yarns, and it should come up with that company. Pardon me. Oh, I had to pick up some stuff here. So, I loved that line. I loved them, but they were like $2 more for each of the hanks of yarn. So I went around in Lindsay's truck. That's what she is. She has a yarn truck, Lindsay from Indigo Guinea Fiber, and I found 4 hanks of yarn that will work perfectly to do that kind of a, and she had samples where it started with a lighter color and it gradually went down to the darkest at the bottom, both a crocheted and a knitted version. And I loved it so much, so I bought some yarn of hers that I'm going to do just like that, but it's not going to be with those specific yarns. I got different colors. So, and when I put it up to her, when I put it on the counter, she goes, oh, you've got a good match there. And so this is what I'm going to be using. Aren't those beautiful yarns? Oh, they're so beautiful. I just love them, and they are perfect. They're perfect. She even commented, you couldn't get a better match like that. Okay, so each one of these is superwash merino with 25% nylon. Let me just make sure they're all the same. I'm pretty sure, because I got them all from the same rack. Yes, okay. And she has different lines in her truck that she dyes, and Sparrow is the name of the line. That's her 7525 yarn. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to start with, that's going to be this closest to the neck. I'm going to start with this one. Isn't it beautiful? Look at those pretty speckles. Okay, now this is called Wild Flowers. Wild Flowers. And then the next one is going to be Elegance. Elegance 2. And this is like a very mauvey, rosy pink. Okay. And then the next one is going to be, this is Rustic Ridge. And it's got some more of those rosy colors, and then leaning into the darker rose. And it has a little bit of like a moss green, and then speckles. It has some speckles of a rust in there, and dark navy blue. You can see a little bit of that. It's just beautiful. Okay, and then the very bottom of it is going to be Kindness. This is called Kindness, and I would say this is like a wine color in between it's a pretty wine, or burgundy to me has more brown in it, but this is definitely has a little bit more pinky. So that's so pretty, a wine color. And so they will go like so. Yep. Like so. It's going to be so pretty. I am going to set those aside, and those are going to be made into a summer short sleeve top, and but that's going to wait for next year. I just looked in my drawers and my cupboards and my projects that I'm working on. I have so many summer projects. I don't need any more. And so I'm going to hold off on starting any summer projects now until next, probably the end of next winter, like in the springtime. So that's those. Let me put those away. And when I say away, I mean on the ground, right next to me. Okay. Then going back to, I went to a different yarn store, a yarn vendor unit. I don't know what you call them. And I thought these were all the same. They are not. I saw that they are not the same after I came home, but they sure did look like the same when they were in the bin. They were in the sale bin, and of course you have to go to the sale bin. Now each of these, the name of the shop is called the Yarn Stash, and it's created for you by Laura, and she has a Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy shop. And this yarn is called Spunky. It is 60% superwash merino, 30% bamboo, and 10% nylon. And okay, that's this one. Okay, that's these two. Okay, that's these two. And this color is, she has the three different colors that she used. Champagne, Frozen, and Wasabi. And it is 434 yards of fingering or sock weight. Now this one looked the same to me, like I said, but I'm seeing now this has a little bit more yellow in it. This is Honey Mustard, Grasshopper, and Clear Sky. And this is 80 superwash and 20 bamboo. But I think if I go, don't put them all together in this, every once in a while put in a row of this one, the middle one, I think it will work out just fine. But you can see They go together really well. It's just that this one has a little bit more yellow in it. Isn't that pretty? I think it's very, very pretty. I like it. And this will make a nice little tank for next summer. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is, before I actually put them up, I'm going to put them together in a bag and write down what it was I wanted to do with it, so I won't forget. Because, you know, a girl forgets by the time it's time to put it up, right? To get it out the next time. Because I forget what hook size I'm using within a week. I don't know. I'm having some lovely peach tea this afternoon, and it feels really nice having a little bit of peach tea. Okay, now I went to another little vendor, and now this vendor had a lot of stuff. She likes to hand make stuff, but she also, she was smart. She does all the clearances from everywhere, and she had a lot of stash from different companies. So she had stuff from Knit Crate, and bless my heart, I didn't get any. I promise. I love my Knit Crate yarn, but she didn't have anything that popped out to me. They would not have been colors that I would have chosen, and she only had like one skein of each. You know, it wasn't something that I was interested in at the time. So, but I did find a couple things. This one is Lanagato, and this one is made in Italy. Okay, this yarn. Let me tell you about it. It's 437 yards. Now, it's going to be considered, it doesn't say on here, but it's considered a 5 weight, she did tell me. And it is 36% acrylic, 33% alpaca super fine, 18 nylon, and 13 Lana Merino wool. So, isn't that gorgeous? Now, it has, like I said, it has 437 yards, but this is fuzz in a ball. That should be what it's called, fuzz in a ball. But it is so lovely. It's those beautiful blush colors, has the darker in the middle, and it's going to collect everything. But you can see between the alpaca and the let's see here, the alpaca, 33%. And that is just, you can see there is so much halo on that. It's not funny. Now, this was on sale. She had it on sale for 20% off. It was normally $18, so I got it for like $14, and I think that's going to be lovely. And I probably will make this into like some kind of a really thick cowl, or possibly like a long scarf, and just so you can wrap it several times. I think that would be lovely. But I've already decided that I'm going to see if you can see the one sliver of yarn here. I'm going to use a very large hook. So I'm probably going to go up like a size or 2 on this yarn. So normally I would probably use a 6mm, so I might use a 7, just depending on how it works up, because frogging this is going to be nigh impossible. But I think that's very pretty, don't you? It would actually go with what I'm wearing, I think. Now this has a little bit more reddish tones down here in the middle. But that was one of them that I got there. And they had two of them. But I'm thinking, I think I'd just stick with one. And then the other thing I got was this, and it is a German yarn. And she had it there. She had different colors, but this is 75% virgin wool and 25% polyamide. And it has some wonderful colors in it, all kinds of colors. Green, burgundy, blue, I want to say black and gray, very, very light gray, lots of different colors there. And I'm going to make myself a pair of socks. Yeah, I mean, I would not wear this next to my neck like this, but for my feet, hey, I'm gonna do it. Now, let me tell you about this one. It is 420 meters, which I'm thinking is like 440 yards. I already told you virgin wool and polyamide. Yeah, I don't know. It's actually made in Italy, but everything on it is German. Like telling you all the different, like this is all German. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's made in Italy, but they must sell it out of Germany. It's not soft at all, but you can definitely tell it's wool. But I just think that's lovely, and it's going to make a pair of socks that will go with so much, especially in the winter in Kentucky. It gets very cold sometimes in Kentucky, and you need to have socks. Yeah, I can't make socks for many people in the South because it just doesn't do them any good. They don't need socks. So that was my haul, except for one more thing. Now here's a little story. After I filmed my last stash video, or my last crochet chat video, I had decided, no, I am not knitting ever again. I'm not going to pick up a pair of knitting needles. Forget it. That was on a Sunday, and the following Monday, or maybe it was the Monday after that, I had gone to crochet group, and one of the ladies in the group, I love her. She has so much patience. But she asked me, she says, how's your knitting going? And I said, it's not, because I'm not going to knit anymore. She goes, I'm not going to have that. Why aren't you knitting? And I told her, I just can't. It just is not coming to me. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting those first and last stitches. I can't figure it out. And so she kindly stood right there next to me for over 20 minutes teaching me how to knit. Oh, what a lovely lady. And so she got my confidence up so much, I bought some knitting needles. I bought some Chai Goo premium stainless steel. They're 32-inch US 10 or 6 millimeter, and with a pretty red cord. And yes, I did it. So this is big enough for me. These are big enough for me to make something in a like using a 3 or 4 weight yarn, which yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I've got those. So that is all I have to show you from all of my yarn and needle haul. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I'm going to be doing more of these. I have lots and lots to show you. I hope you be blessed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.